What?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think
It's
it's
still spinning. That's right, it spun and left forever last time too.
Oh, I think we're live. Are we live?
I'm live. Are you live?
Welcome everybody to Bob Talk number 2. Thank you for all the folks that joined last month. We'll certainly try and make it a little bit entertaining every month. If they convince me to do this every month, I don't know. We're going to talk a little product tonight. Last month, Mary and I introduced ourselves and a little bit about Sandry Fire, the history of Sandry Fire. So we just want everybody to get a little touch of who we are and what we're doing, and hopefully ask questions, whether during Facebook Live here or when we're off the air, whatever. Call the product specialist at Sandry Fire, the service people at Sandry Fire, all the ladies inside Sandry Fire that make it go every day. So.
And Joel.
Well, we don't care about Joel.
Yes, we do.
I get the bird chirping and Joel. Joel who? So
I'll say hello on this rainy Cinco de Mayo. I hope you all enjoyed your tacos and your margaritas. Thanks for everybody who participated in the Facebook survey. Because of that, we won't be talking about social distancing in your fire department. So instead, we'll have Bob talk about a few of our small products. You're on.
I can talk about products.
You get to talk about products.
Might take a while.
Okay, I'll cut him off after the last. Anybody knows Bob, they know he likes to talk.
We're gonna pick I picked a few little things to talk about, and then we'll kind of go through some of them. And if you have any questions, again, throw up a Facebook post while we're live here, or again, call the product specialist. So, I'll start out. I'm just gonna pick one up here. The Rescue Me hammer. As you see there, the Rescue Me hammer. Neat little features. It's got a window punch on the end here to bust out a window. You can actually take the mounting bracket, mount it to the bottom of your helmet, side of your helmet. On your apparatus, there's some Velcro or sticky things that stick onto the sidewall of your truck, things like that. Neat thing about that, not only does it have the hammer to break glass, it has the seatbelt cutter in the side. It's a little hard to see, a little ways away. Probably one of the most popular parts of Rescue Me's are the old little yellow Rescue Me. The neat part about the Rescue hammer is the Rescue Me actually can sit in the bottom. As you see there, it's sitting right in the bottom. Or there's actually a light that also, the LED light that can fit in the bottom of the Rescue hammer. So there's not a lot of neat little features about it that you can talk to the product specialist, call in the office, talk to any one of the ladies in the office or Joel in the office, and they can help you out with those inexpensive little, I guess we call them trinkets, so to say, in our industry that can make our rescue life a little bit easier. Again, the seatbelt cutter and the window punch on this little Rescue Me's been popular for many, many, many years. And now when this Rescue hammer came out, and I recognized after a while that the little Rescue Me does sit in there, that it's a neat little addition to that hammer. So if the window punch up here doesn't work, you got it on the Rescue Me in the bottom. So it's a pretty cool little tool.
If any of you use the products that we're presenting here tonight, make a comment in the Facebook feed and give us your feedback. Doing so will enter you into a random giveaway. We'll be giving away one of each of these products tonight. If your name is selected, we'll have Sarah send you a message and collect your information so that we can get a prize sent out to you.
So yeah, we're gonna kind of do that, and I'm gonna set some of these things off to the side while I go, so we can clean the table off while we're going. So remember the Rescue Me and the Rescue hammer. Two cool little items, inexpensive, that we as firefighters, maybe in the fire service for 30 plus years, hang off our gear, our helmet, whatever. I will tell you on the little Rescue Me, if you hang it off the back of your helmet like I used to do when I did all my classes, and hopefully you'll start back up, they will melt in a house fire. So not the best place to put it on the back of your helmet. But my helmet was just used for auto extrication training and demos, so they use it much. I'll go to the neat little tool that we kind of stumbled on a couple years ago, is the snagger tool. We actually had these ones, if you can see. We had Sandry Fire put in them. So you can promote us while you're using this little tool. There's so many things about it that, like the Rescue Hammer and the Rescue Me, has a window punch built into it. Right on the very tip of that, I'll get up and we'll show you that little punch that's built into that snagger tool. I wish I would have come up with it because it's S. Sandry. Imagine that. Probably should get some royalties or something off of it, I suppose. But the snagger tool's got so many little uses for it, from a window punch to the spanner wrench on the side to punch through the windshield and use like a windshield saw. Absolutely great tool for dragging hose. Knock on wood, we don't have many house fires, or some areas don't have many house fires, but just dragging an 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches or 2 and 2.5 inch hose really works well. 2.5s on this side, 1.5 inches over on this side, and it does really work well for dragging hoses, especially in the the winter times of the Midwest here, when it's sliding out of our wet gloved hands and things like that. But the snagger tool, pick one up with your product specialist, again, from Illinois to Iowa to Nebraska, all across the central Midwest here. All our specialists carry them in their vehicles. When they stop by their station, say hi to you.
When they stop by your station again.
Yeah.
When that happens.
That's starting soon. We're going to be out there. It's going to happen. We'll get back to some type of the new norm, I guess is what they're calling it. So snagger tool, great little tool with a lot of different little features on it. So again, pick them up, Sandry Fire on them, so you can advertise Bob and Mary and the whole Sandry crew over the years. So I'm going to continue to take things out of my way so I can see my bride better. So
anyway, on that note, on Friday we did a Frontline Photo Friday, where we had you guys post pictures of your people who were still working on the front lines of this COVID-19 situation. So our winner was Jenna Manning from Atkinson Fire, and she presented Scott Krug, who is also part of Atkinson Fire, and also is a delivery guy. So I'm not exactly sure what context of delivery he does, but he's out there still delivering. Anyway, I think they've been sent their gifts, or they will be sent their gifts. And just thank you to everybody who's working the front line in any context, however you might be out there, they're working. We really appreciate everything everyone is doing. So thank you to you guys from Atkinson Fire, Jenna and Scott.
Awesome. I'll throw out a few people pop up here on the far edge of our screen there. All the folks, Jeremy Coates is one that's up there. Bill Burmeister, those are two guys on the wood fire here with me. Joe, and was that last month's winner there?
Oh, I don't remember.
From Rural
Joe
Pope?
Heim?
No, from Rural Pope down there. So,
Bo now, yes.
so I'm kind of seeing those things. So next little thing we'll throw out there is structural firefighting gloves have always been a challenge, from distributor to distributor to manufacturer to manufacturer to manufacturer. What gloves are out there? How expensive are they? Because as I was chief for 6 years in DeWitt, always seemed to have that person that always came back with two right-handed gloves. So somebody's got to have two left-handed gloves, right? It happens. So the expensive gloves range anywhere from $70 to $130, depending on the glove. Here last year, Hex Armor, manufacturer that does a lot of our extrication gloves, came out with a NFPA compliant structural glove, 1971, 2018 edition structural glove. A lot of things changed in the 18 edition with protection of the back of your hand, your fingers, between your fingers, things like that. Really changed a lot of things in the glove manufacturing. And then they went to the metric system as far as sizing. No extra small, large, medium, none of that stuff anymore. It's in the metric system. So the 64N, the 70W, all of those things. So we try to make sure our product specialists have the sizes in their vehicles. So when they stop by the station, you can try some on. but it's been a really good glove that we brought on when we finally got them last year. We had order after order after order for these gloves. The big concern was when the NFPA 1971 standard changed, really put a lot of padding and emphasis on the back of our hands and between our fingers. So the gloves seemed to get really bulky because they were using the old pattern of the old glove, the 1971 standard glove for 2013 to 2018 standard that they changed. So it's really been a really good popular glove. A lot of good dexterity in it yet. So we're really concerned about that when they started adding those extra standards in for the fingers and back of your hand protection and what that was going to do to the glove. But again, all our product specialists have that glove. I've got a pair with me tonight, brand new out of the bag. Imagine that.
Left and right.
Left and right.
Or
So
giveaway.
somebody will end up with a pair. You just got to send in your size that fits you. As you probably seen with our product specialist, we sell this glove out the door for $68. We certainly want to get it out there. It's been a great glove. Eric at Hex Armor has been phenomenal to work with. They're right out of Michigan. So things like that support our guys that come and sit down with us as a manufacturer's rep. Eric came over a month or so ago, just before all this, I guess a couple months before all this chaos hit, and where we're at today. So.
Okay, before we move on to the next one, I just want to throw out there, I know the topic is not about COVID-19 tonight or social distancing, but I'm curious to know if any of you have found an interesting way to deal with that situation in your fire department. If you've got anything that you thought was kind of a unique way of dealing with it, how do you handle social distancing when you have 30 members on a fire department, and you have training and you have meetings and things like that? Are you doing meetings? Are you doing training? Curious to know what everybody's up to. Just post. Let us know what's happening with your situation and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, we still respond. We still go to calls. We're still out there responding to the needs in our communities and our local supported communities around us. So how do we get our training? How do you do your meetings? Zoom is great. Facebook is great, but it is.
It's a little hard to burn something on
face to face and Zoom. You never know.
Okay, let's not try.
So we'll keep moving on to little products again. If there's something there too, if there's something, we're going to try and do this first Tuesday of every month. Is that my behind the scene cast? I got to ask because they threw me in this Bob Talk thing. So I think we're going to try first Tuesday of every month for a while until people get tired of hearing them, Bob and Mary, because I kind of threw it out there. If you're going to make me be there,
You made me be here.
Brian's going to be here too. So we're going to do it as a team. We've been here for a team since '95, so we're going to continue it on. And hopefully people get something out of this. If there's something you want us to talk about, put it on our Facebook, while we're on Facebook Live, send an email into the office, send an email to me, bob@sandryfire.com or mary@sandryfire.com.
We're pretty simple.
And we'll bring that up to discussion at our Tuesday meetings. We have meetings every Tuesday in the office with all the office personnel, and discuss on what we can do to make sure that we have something interesting to talk about. I will throw it out there because I haven't seen him on here yet, but I still don't have my deer in the background yet. I did get my MSA athletics gear in the background. So maybe 1 month we'll have my deer back here. So we'll see what we can conjure up. So we'll go to another product, something that is a little different out there. As we're riding around in our trucks and trying to find the mic to talk to the dispatcher, things like that. We're gonna take a second and somebody's gonna try to, oh, there we go. I got more viewers than I thought I had. It's stuck on like 5, and I now see that all kinds of reviews are popping up. But we got this magnetic mic. As we people sit in our rigs, officers jump in the officer's seat, or we get out and we go to the scene and we go back to the truck to talk on the mic, and the mic's usually sitting between the seats, up on the dash, who knows where it's at. because that little clip that you slide it in really never stays there. This magnetic mic has a little, I'm gonna get up again, attachment for where it would slide onto that clip on your dash normally, which it never goes there. And there's a little magnetic base that sits on the dash or wherever you happen to throw it. It's going to stay there, and I can pick it out of there as a magnet. And
It's a heavy magnet, heavy duty.
my mic's going to stay right there. It's not going to be flopping around on the dash and things like that. Again, our product specialist, I'm going to look over at Miss Kendra because she takes care of that with Joel. Does every one of those guys and gals have the one in their vehicle?
They did, I don't know.
They did. They have sold them, but if they don't have one, we can get one out to those guys to show you. It's pretty impressive little mic attachment rather than,
Wow.
yeah, because it's on a steel table. when
Oh,
it's
well, that's
clicking in. So, but you know, set it up there and it's not going nowhere. I kind of like it.
I think he likes to make noise.
But
It's about it.
magnetic mic, they're a neat little add-on feature that's inexpensive to put on your mics, and they're going to sit on the dash. You don't have to worry about bending that clip and calling your radio people for a new clip or anything. These things are pretty impressive little thing. I think Chief Holstrom over there in North Park has bought quite a few of them, so I'll throw a shout out to Joel Holstrom at North Park.
John Crouch has had a couple departments buy cases of them.
John Crouch down in Southeast Iowa has had a few departments buy cases of them. I think about DeWitt, we have 8 rigs in our station, so it doesn't take long, and you can get your rig set up pretty quickly, a couple minutes, and you can have the rig set with these magnetic mics.
If you have any questions about any of these products that he's throwing out here, please feel free to throw your questions up on the live feed.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out one more COVID-19 question because I think that's a subject I like. You know, it's just he won't talk about it, so I feel like I have to. Anyway, I'm curious to know how it has affected fire departments, particularly when you talk about fundraising, because I know there have been a lot of them that have been canceled. So, if you've done something where you've rescheduled and you want to post it on our page, we'll try and share that information as best we can. Give us all the details that you can. If you've got something coming up, share that with us, put it on there, let people see it. And if you come up with something new and fun, or maybe change your tactic about fundraising all the way across the board for the year, share it with us. We're really curious to know what everybody's doing out there.
It is a challenge, you know. The small volunteer departments are doing pancake breakfast, or were doing pancake breakfast.
Hard to deliver pancakes.
Hard to deliver pancakes when you're trying to do some things out there. So we got to try and figure out how to fundraise and be in our communities and help with community support. Your communities will always support your departments, no matter the size, from the smallest to the largest. The community supports the fire service quite well, and we appreciate that from our communities out there that we do serve in the fire service. So I don't want to cut this short. And last month when we did this, our first one, we talked about Sandry Fire and Mary and I, and where it all came from. It was like 42 minutes long. And I just kind of looked now, and I'm only at 18 minutes.
Bob doesn't have as much to talk about tonight. I see somebody posted that they're going to do their pancake breakfast as a takeout and delivery. Linda Manley. I'm curious to know what department that might be, but I should probably know.
Linda, put the department on there so we can put a shout out
And
to
a
the
date.
department and the date, so we can do that. We'll
And
stay on
maybe even share what you're having for food, because Bob didn't give me dinner tonight, so I'm hungry.
I had Star Crunches, Little Debbie Star Crunches. So that's my meal. So, but yeah, Linda, if you're still watching, Linda, listen, Linda. If nobody got that one, you gotta pull that up. Linda, listen, Linda.
Don't play that. That's not.
It's great. Please put on what the date is, what the department is, so we can put a shout out there to you, and make sure that we get a shout out there to the fire department.
And I see another question about online training. I'm curious to know, is it working? Have you found some really great training opportunities online? Share that with everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people out here who are trying to figure out what to do to make this all work at this time. So if anybody has something, it's a good opportunity to share what's working for you.
Linda was listening. Linda, listen. It is Eldon Fire Department on June 14th it's scrolling up quick and I'm trying to catch it. Yeah, June
That's a long
14th.
ways to go for
It's,
carryout. Huh?
it's,
But you
it's
could
a
do
long
it for me.
ways. I would do anything for you.
I know you would.
So, so thank you, Linda. Thanks Eldon Fire Department, Fire Rescue, for trying to support your community. Oh, and there it starts. So hopefully there's other folks around the Eldon area that can go out and support them folks that are trying to continue the funding for their departments and be able to buy equipment and keep the community safe day in and day out. So.
It was last month we did delivery, a local fire department did delivery of tacos. I don't know if did we share this story? The night of our first Bob Talk. And I don't know if any of you, might know Kendra from our office, but she ordered tacos.
What are
And
tacos?
didn't
Normally,
question it when they told her the bill was $70.
normally it's $2
So she ended up
tacos,
with
$3
more tacos than anybody could possibly eat in like a month's time. Don't really know what she was thinking, but we have not let her forget about it yet.
So yeah, last month was
It was-
taco fundraiser with Welton Fire Department, just north of DeWitt here. And Kendra had her share of tacos. And now tonight is Cinco de Mayo with margaritas and strawberry daiquiris and
Doing just margaritas.
So, we're just doing margaritas.
Just margaritas.
Okay.
Let's just get that simple.
Yeah. So,
I was gonna have a margarita on the table with me, but I don't have any margarita glasses because, as you know, we've just moved, and those were the first things that got purged. I didn't think I needed them, so now I'm gonna have to go and buy some new ones.
shout out to somebody I haven't seen in a while that just posted, Chad from Polo. Wow, couldn't see it. Chad, I haven't seen you or haven't talked to you in a while. Reach out and say hi. Yes, phone does go both ways, so I could probably reach out and say hi too. So would certainly do that. I just see Jay from Westgate Fire is doing their
They did theirs last
had
Sunday.
had their breakfast
Drive through,
I'm hoping
and it's
everything
sold out.
awesome.
awesome.
Thank you for your support for the Westgate
I
Fire
think-
Department.
I think, as much as people will hesitate to try those kinds of things, people are so desperate to get out right now that even a drive-through pancake sounds marvelous.
McDonald's have been doing
No,
that for
it's
years.
not the same. It's not the same.
So that's good. And Linda's still listening. So hopefully, Linda,
Poor
you
Linda.
get some encouragement by the folks at Westgate that had a success there. So hopefully that's a success
Yeah,
for.
Apparently they
everyone else
posted a
also.
lot, passed the word a lot on Facebook, so that's where you need to let people know about it.
So hopefully this at Facebook Live will get the message out for you too, Linda. So we're going to certainly do that and hopefully get some out there. So
Okay, now, has anybody posted that they've used any of these products? Because I'm curious.
we'll go back.
A lot of people.
A lot of about the gloves.
The Rescue Me hammer, along with the Rescue Me, and it inserts into the bottom.
You like that, don't you?
That feature was awesome when I figured that out about 3 months after we had these things in stock. I went, hey, wait a minute, the Rescue Me attaches to it. So we have those, the snagger tool.
We've sold a lot of those snagger tools. A
They've
lot of
been-
them. They've been extremely popular.
Yep. They've been very, very good.
And Kendra likes the video. If you want to go on YouTube, there.
Posted them.
Oh,
Posted the video.
She posted the video, so check that out because it's a good video.
Our people behind the scenes helping us
Gotta
out.
love our people.
The Hex Armor structural glove, which has again been awesome since we got it last fall. It's been a great glove, and Eric, everybody at Hex Armor has been great. They do a great extrication glove too that we do very well with. So please ask your product specialists about the Hex Armor glove. And then
He's gonna make the noise again.
no, I'm not.
Okay.
The magnetic mic was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little feature that you can put right on the dash of your truck, and your mic's going to be right there. It's not going to be rolling across the dash or down between the seat, wherever it may end up at the end of the day at the call, whatever that is. So we keep going around. Just a heads up too. This week, this Monday, we put our service guys back on the road. Rick and Jeremy and Jerry are back on the road. We do have masks for those guys and gloves for those guys. We have a little note in their vehicle, so please be respectful. We're asking the customer not to step in their vehicle, in their van. I know for years, everybody that we service are awesome and you always like to go in and talk to those service guys, and we appreciate that. But right now, for a little while, we're asking for a little respect of give them their space, so to speak.
And make sure they give you yours too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
it goes both ways. I guess I'll just follow that up with that by saying, you know, we really appreciate everybody opening their doors for us. And maybe the best way to literally do this is to just literally open the door and just let them in, and then just let them do their thing. And then they'll get out of your way and get your product serviced and whatever, and reduce the amount of personal contact that we have. My goal, I shouldn't say our goal as a company is to get through this and not have any one of us or any of our customers experience any COVID-19. So I'm not sure that's possible, but that's what we're hoping for.
So, well, I'll highlight on the last two products. You want to grab that one there,
I can.
please, Ms. Mary. So one thing we want to make sure everybody knows is that we are concerned about the cross contamination and COVID and everything that's out there that we do as firefighters, brothers and sisters out there protecting our communities, is trying to stay healthy. So right now, we certainly want to make sure that you get those disinfectant wipes. Right now, as you see here, the towelettes are in individual packages. We can get them fairly quickly. We have a large supply on hand right now. It's just basically to wipe it out at the scene, your face piece out at the scene, and maybe wipe down your hands, whatever, you know, the handle on the apparatus, things like that, in an individual wipe package. The biggest important thing is really the Confidence Plus 2. If you see the Confidence Plus 2 there, is that solution you mix with hot water, as we like to say, 104 degrees if you're checking your water temperature, to soak your mask in there and disinfect your mask, your face piece, whatever you want to call it, just so you do eliminate some of that cross contamination and really keep things disinfected right now and healthy. A lot of people think that just wiping my mask out is okay. I stress, and I've always stressed, to mix up a little Confidence Plus when you get back and soak your mask in the Confidence Plus for a minute or two, and then rinse it out with hot water. It's real important that we stay healthy, we stay clean, and we try and make sure that we always can return back home to our loved ones and make sure we're returning back there healthy. That's important. So we want to make sure that, you know, we got plenty of single, individually packed towelettes. We got we just got a whole pallet of Confidence Plus, do we not, Kendra?
And I've
Again,
got the containers coming in too.
My behind the scene ladies here is Kendra and Sarah tonight.
So they have the canisters also.
They have canisters
wipes,
that come out like
the wipes, like the baby wipes.
like baby wipes.
At least that's the analogy I have.
will be coming in shortly, but we do have on hand a lot of individually wrapped boxes and a really fair amount of
And I hate to say it, but we're selling a lot of them, and it is because those disinfectant wipes are so hard to come by.
They are.
And yeah, those kind of things are just kind of crazy how that's all going now.
And we never thought about it years ago. You know, we just wiped out our face piece, and that was good enough. I was always the guy that I rinsed mine out all the time. I just feel if I put it on my face, I never know. I most time know when I'm breathing or not breathing. But Confidence Plus is really to clean and disinfect your face piece, and we really want that. Again, it doesn't matter the manufacturer. You know, we obviously sell MSA's product line, and we believe in their product line. But the Confidence Plus you can use with anybody's face piece is going to disinfect it. Just know whose you have, know the electronics on it, what you have to do to take care of the electronics, because that's the expensive part of your SCBA. Before you just go and dunk it in and then say, oh, Bob told me I can do that at Bob Talk. Now I'm going to tell you with the MSA G1 face piece, submerge it in the water, not going to hurt a thing. Absolutely will disinfect it, and then rinse it out, and you got a nice clean face piece. So, and that's it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. You know.
I was going to throw something out there and I forgot what it was because you kept talking.
Wow. Good. I'm long-winded most times. So.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. We talked about the sales or the service guys being out on the road already. Now, again, progressively more and more. We're doing what we have to at this point, and we'll be building that as we can. The sales guys are available for you if you need them. Give them a call. If you need something, don't hesitate to give them a call. They'll let you know. I mean, it may vary on what the circumstances are in your area or in their area as to whether they'll make the time right now to come see you, or if they'll try and schedule something else, whether it be a Zoom meeting or a phone call or whatever it might be. But if you need something, don't hesitate to call. We'll find a way to get it to you. It's hard to know what the right thing to do is on all of this. We're doing the best that we can. And some days it feels like we're doing the right thing. Some days it feels like we're doing nothing right. But we're trying. If anybody has any questions, post them on there. We'll try and get through them and forward any questions that you have to your appropriate sales rep. If you need anything from us, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're 31 minutes in, and you guys have tolerated us for 30 minutes, and we so appreciate that. Any questions about any of the products we have? If you have any products that you would like us to show you next month, or any subject matter that you would like to address. We also talked about doing a Zoom meeting where we invite people in to share ideas and conversation instead of us just doing some talking. So please, if that's something that you would be interested in joining us and having a conversation about a specific topic or specific product, we may try that one of these if we get brave on that whole technological side.
Would like to, and I know there's a barrier there between the career and volunteer guys, and sometimes when can we have those meetings with the career guys that are around during the day and the volunteer guys that are around at night. We're more than happy to do 2 meetings. If there's a product that you're interested in that you want some knowledge on, we'll set up Zoom meetings for whomever. And
or a
maybe they
subject
both
matter
join.
that you want to if you want to have a conversation about, even if it's about fundraising ideas, and everybody gets on and just throws out what they're doing, so you can get ideas about what's working in other departments. There's such a variety of different things that are being done. I know there's oyster dinners, and there's obviously the pancakes.
There's card tournaments. There's
Lansing Fire Department, where we both grew up. They do this great big event at Fish Days every year, and if you've never been there, you need to go have beer and brats.
Second weekend in August, I think.
Second weekend in August.
Yeah.
That's always a big event and a lot of fun, and it's up along the river. It's kind of a pretty place.
Northeast Iowa.
So maybe it's a good idea to share. Anyway, those kind of subject matters, we're open to anything.
Yep. I don't know. There was one question on the box of wipes on here. I've got trying to look and see.
What was it?
Chris, price on the box of wipes. Kendra, can you help me out with that right off the top of your head, or do I throw a number out there? Looks like $31 for a box. I believe there's 100 in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's 100 towelettes, and I can't find the number. But
It's a secret box.
There's 100 in that box for $31.
49.
Oh, and then now she's my behind the scenes girls. The Confidence Plus bottle has a measurement right on the side of how much to put in with the mixture. It tells you on the side how to mix it up, and then those are $49 for the bottle of Confidence Plus.
So how many tubs would you
I
get
don't
out of that?
remember. Sarah's quizzing me on how much gets out of this tub.
How much?
I will let you folks.
Well, it's how
read
many
it.
ounces? It's an ounce per.
Is it ounce per gallon?
How many ounces are in there?
I get it. I can't.
32.
He needs new glasses. So you get
Shush.
32 uses out of it.
Shush. So, I will say, my wonderful phone blows up all the time. I give a shout out to one of my product specialists, Neil Staplekamp. Wanted me to mention the face shields protection from HexArmor. HexArmor did come out with a face shield protection for the COVID. As you probably walk into some of your places around the different businesses, they have the plexiglass shields up from the checkout counter to you passing it on, and things like that. That you can buy these shields for around a little over $5 for the HexArmor shields. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which you're seeing in some in nursing homes. You're seeing more use to protect besides, part of it is protect your eyes, but it's protect your face and protect that mask that you're wearing. I had to think about that.
So HexArmor has come out with a nice face protection that I was quite impressed with, as far as not an expensive investment that we can protect ourselves with. And I appreciate Neil throwing that out at me to make sure we do that. But it is.
And I'll
good
throw a shout out
say.
to Chris, because he messaged us that he's cooking supper tonight, so he wasn't gonna be on.
Yeah, Chris Rich.
Chris, you can cook me
Nebraska.
supper anytime you want, it's all good.
His son's got a new family, little baby, and he was cooking tonight. So we could say something hi to each and every one of our folks. I think
Yeah, but we'll
most
be
of them
here for
joined
too
us.
long.
Yeah, they get tired of hearing their names. So
Just when you say.
please join in with us again the first Tuesday of every month until people say, Bob, stop, get off Facebook, whatever, live. Then I'll stop. But until I get those messages,
You're welcome to say that.
Yeah, please.
Hashtag stop by.
Hashtag stop Bob Talk. That'll be the next one. Stop Bob Talk. So,
I like it, I like it a lot.
You gotta do that hashtag.
we
Yeah.
certainly want
Yeah.
to get.
You gotta figure out how to do that now.
Yeah.
You do that, hashtag? It's two hands.
L7 Weenie, is that?
Yeah, no.
Sandlot? So, but yeah,
Okay,
we got obviously in the background our pull-up banner for Globe Athletics. If it's turnout gear you want to talk about, if it's the XF1 new helmet you want to talk about, give us ideas what you'd like to have Bob talk about or Bob and Mary to talk about, because she's
or if you'd like to invite somebody else from Sandra Fire to do the Bob Talk with Bob,
there we go.
I think it's time to nominate someone else.
We nominate somebody to come in on the first Tuesday of the month and have one of our service guys, one of our product specialists.
I don't know, I think I'll leave
one
it
of
up
our
to you
ladies in
guys
the
to see
office.
who it should be.
Yeah, so
I
shout
don't know,
out there
this could be
to
fun.
Facebook
That
Live
might be our next survey.
That's a great one.
to say, hey, have XYZ person join Bob and Bob Talk.
And keep your eyes open for more Photo Fridays. I think we got a couple more ideas over the next few weeks that we'll throw out and see what kind of pictures you guys can post and entertain you on Friday afternoons.
Yeah, we're gonna try and run this up to 43 minutes, I think what it was last week.
No,
So,
no, we're not.
last week.
We will say goodbye and let you get on with your evening. And I wish it wasn't raining. At least it's raining here. So.
Linda, if you're still on, thank you for being there because you kind of made us smile.
Thank
Let's
you
see
for-
Linda.
Thank you for tolerating Bob and his Linda thing, because he kind of likes that. I don't know.
So, hey, good luck in Eldon. Hopefully you have
All
a
of you.
successful pancake. And anybody else out there that is trying to do fundraisers in this crazy time of social distancing and try and get out there and continue to support our communities. So thanks to all the brothers and sisters, and we will see you next month, the first Tuesday. Look for Bob Talk.
All
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
That's what we didn't bring.